Hello, nerds! Thank you for watching Generally Nerdy. This is your Week in Nerdom Gaming Edition for the week of April 9th, 2018. This week's Gaming Edition is a quick one, so let's just hit into that intro real quick, shall we?
Quiet on the set, rolling.
Hi, I am Bitsy Telek.
Hey, I'm Hale Appleman.
I'm Walter Kane.
I'm Rene Aubergenois. Odo on Deep Space Nine.
Michael Dorn, Lieutenant Commander of War, Star Trek The Next Generation.
Come and see me and hear me and talk to me and listen to me talk about myself.
Hey man, this is Kevin Smith, often considered generally nerdy, and you are listening to what is often considered generally nerdy.
On Generally Nerdy.
You're listening to
Generally Nerdy.
Generally nerdy.
Generally nerdy.
Alright, we got news for gaming, but first we've got business to take care of. This week is the second week of April, which means Dink Denver is this weekend, and we are going to be there covering it for all of you who are not fortunate enough to be there yourselves. That means we're doing an Adventure in Photography episode that you can submit requests for pictures. We are doing how-to Comic-Con episodes for each day of the con. It is a 2-day con. Also going to be going for some artist and writer interviews for some of the bigger names that are going to be at the con. So all of that is coming down the pike. If you have yet to submit anything for the Adventure in Photography episode we are going to be filming, then please, in that comment section over on the website, generallynerdy.net, up on the Patreon if you are a patron, or on the Facebook, on the Instagram, all of the places that you can find links to over on the website, generallynerdy.net. Definitely suggest something. I have a list I will be going over as we get closer to the con. I'm going to be doing a couple of pre-con videos, and then you'll know what's up. This week's episode of Gaming News, just like most weeks, has been brought to you by the Hellfire shirt over on the Teespring store, teespring.com/stores/generallynerdy. That is the only place to get your Hellfire shirt. Winters may come and go, but Hellfire is eternal. The only place to get that is at the Teespring store. You can see the address right here across the bottom of the screen, or just go to teespring.com/stores/generallynerdy and you can get your Hellfire shirt right now. Now let's get into some news real quick. So we talked a couple of weeks ago about Shaq-Fu. There was not a release date. There was very little actual news about it aside from the fact that it was going to be made. Now there is a release date. That release date is June 5th, and I saw a little bit of confirmation that it is not going to be a proper fighting game. It is going to be a street brawler a la Streets of Rage or Double Dragon, what have you, that kind of stuff. So, interesting take on Shaq-Fu. Like, I'm still super intrigued by this, but more out of morbid curiosity than any actual, I think this game's gonna be great, because I think this game's gonna be crap. But it'll still be interesting, right? Just like a train wreck. You can't help but watch. So, June 5th, Shaq-Fu. Yeah, yeah. Let's watch the train wreck together, shall we? Next on the list, though, we're talking about the Spider-Man game. This is unfortunately going to be a PlayStation 4 exclusive, PlayStation 4 Pro. It is going to have specific perks for the Pro console. But the bit that we're talking about has to do with Game Informer. Last month, Game Informer visited Insomniac Studio. Insomniac is the company that is putting out the Spider-Man game. And everything they've been releasing has made it look like this is very possibly going to be one of the best superhero games that we've ever seen. Hopefully, if it is that we will also get a port over to the Xbox and maybe even potentially over to the Switch. But the really, really cool bit that they just released this week is maybe there's going to be Venom in it. And so that kind of brings up the conversation of, A, to what capacity are we going to get Venom? B, should he be a boss character, or should he be Should it be an alternate skin for your Spider-Man? Should there be extra story specifically for Venom? I feel like if they're going to be putting Venom in it, then the likelihood that he's going to be a playable character is super high, and that has me stoked. Like, almost stoked enough to want to get my own PlayStation, but I'm just going to hold out hope that they port it over to the Xbox. But that looks really, really awesome. Link to the Game Informer video down in the description. And then, unfortunately, we only have one more bit of news this week, but it's kind of big. Ghost Recon Wildlands came out last year, so we're coming up on, we're over the 1 year mark, we're into year 2, and they are still giving us stuff for this game. I am not a huge Ghost Recon fan, I'm not gonna lie. Played a few of the games, I play them every now and then in passing, just never really gets my goat. But this announcement very well could change my mind. Ubisoft released a little teaser this week that has Sam Fisher somehow in this game. Very likely it's going to be multiplayer, though that was not confirmed 100%. They did not come out and say anything aside from show his silhouette with that really, really obvious night vision goggle, the triangle of lights. Yeah, no announcement on any new Splinter Cell games, though we know that that is very likely going to be the next game that they announce. We might not see anything along those lines probably until E3 is the best bet, even potentially slightly after E3, though I would imagine something like that Ubisoft is going to have a field day with at E3. So for now, we just have to put up with an expansion for Wildlands that includes Sam Fisher. Is it, and this is, again, I'm passing this one off to you guys, is this going to be an expansion for the single player mode, or is this just going to be a multiplayer expansion? Let's talk about that in the comments. You can see the video, there's a link to it down in the description, so you can see for yourself what it is they're announcing, because they were kind of vague about it. But that is where we're ending this week's gaming video, guys. What did I miss? I'm sure there's some stuff. I'm super far behind on my esports and my professional gaming stuff, so please, if there's something I missed along those lines, let me know. I mean, there was a Rocket League thing that I skipped past in one of my sources that showed their partnership with the WWE. There's plenty of stuff that I purposefully went past just because I haven't been watching the professional gaming. So let me know what you guys want to talk about, and we will discuss it next week. If you want to go deeper into that conversation, though, there is a website, generallynerdy.net, is where you can do that. You can find all of the links to the social media. You can see all of the fantastic... I feel like I'm getting much better as a photographer, so check out the Instagram. That's linked from the website. There's all kinds of stuff up on the website, including the shirts, the merchandise. It's not just shirts. There's plenty of other stuff beyond just t-shirts up on the stores over on generallynerdy.net, so go check that out. If you want to support the channel a little more directly, then go to patreon.com/generallynerdy. That is the place to do that. There are multiple tiers you can jump on, but the lowest tier is just $1 a month. You get early access to videos, you get the full description for the Renaissance Nerd videos, you get everything and more depending on what tier you jump on over at patreon.com/generallynerdy. If you are brand new to this channel, though, click that subscribe button. If you like this episode, click that like button. If you are falling behind on your nerd news and you want to catch up, click or tap that box to the left of my face to do that. Right above that, you will see the Adventures in Photography playlist. You can go check that out. But before you do any of these wonderful things, guys, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.